Okay, so I've decided to do something a little bit more different than the Yu-Gi-Oh ones you've seen. I'm now doing Pokemon. And I saw it and was like, yeah, alright, this seems to be like a good video. Let's crack on into it, I suppose. So, we got what we got. We got the Scorbunny tin from the Sword and Shield. Let's just get into the tin. Get rid of that. So we have our topper, or promo card. That's cool. So, he's Cinderace V. Fire type with 210 HP. He has an ability which is Field Runner. If a stadium is in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. That can be pretty good. I'm going to make a quick disclaimer here. I haven't played Pokemon since the X and Y stuff. That's a long time ago. Yeah. And then he has for 2 fire and 1 colourless energy, Crimson Legs, which does 140 HP to another Pokemon. So he's got 2 retreat, colourless retreat, so you can use any type of energy for that. Same with colourless energy. Colourless energy can count towards another fire energy or a grass energy, any other type of energy. And his weakness is water, and times 2. So, say for example, he was going against a water type that did a 60 damage in one attack. He'd be taking 120. There you go, a little promo is the Sword and Shield number 15. And then you have the V rule, which is the same as the old EX rules. When your Pokemon V is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards instead of 1. Yep, that's Cinderace. Now we've got the code card. I'm going to keep code cards. Okay, I play the online game sometimes, so I'm going to be keeping the code cards. But the next lot of packs that I do get, I will be giving out the codes. Okay, so sorry about that. So if I get that one, you've got TCG Online, or Trading Card Game Online. But yeah, I'm going to be keeping the codes. So what have we got? We have 2 Sword and Shield packs, 1 Steam Siege from X and Y, so I know this set-ish, and then we have Cosmic Eclipse from Sun and Moon. Okay, so if I put those there, then you get an empty tin to keep your cards in. And a complete waste of plastic, but not going to do anything with that at the moment. Any rares, I say rares, more like shinies I get, I will be putting them into my special folder I have for them, like my Yu-Gi-Oh folder. This is the folder where I keep my Pokemon, and as you can see, this is my avatar. Reason why I have this is, one, I like the artwork. I mean, I was and still am into Yu-Gi-Oh more fairly recently. Yeah, so that's the origin of my artwork. It's not my artwork, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so this is where I keep my Pokemon stuff. Obviously, I have some stuff from like the newer sets, but that was because a couple of friends of mine gave them to me, but I didn't play with these. So, okay. So, that's that. Get rid of that. Alright, now we're going to get into the packs. So I'm going to put Cosmic Eclipse here. I'm going to put Steam Siege here, and I'm going to put both Sword and Shield with Cosmic Eclipse. I'm going to do them afterwards. So we're going to get on with Steam Siege. Okay? So let's open her up. Alright. Most professional people will check to see where the code card is. Okay, so there's the code card. Turn it over, because I want to keep that. Actually, no. You can have that. because I've got plenty of Steam Siege stuff. So there you go. There's your code card. Gone. So most people go 1, 2, 3 to the front, but I don't know how or why. Well, I know why, because they want to keep the secret behind. So yeah, let's do it. So 1, 2, 3 to the front, and then I'm just going to quickly sneak the back. Okay, so it's not a throwaway. It's not a throwaway, because most of them you have like an energy on the back. I don't know how this stuff works. So the first card is Armor Fossil Sheldon, or Shieldon. It's an item, so look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal a Shieldon you find there and put it onto your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Skip Bloom. That's really nice artwork, actually. I like that. I like the pencil stuff. I don't like the 3D stuff as much. But then I suppose I'm a bit retro when it comes to like that. So 70 HP grass Pokemon that has a colourless attack which does 20 HP called Splash, and it's weak to fire with 1 retreat cost. Greedy Dice, item trainer card. You can play this card only if you took a only if you took a face down prize card before you put it into your hand. Flip a coin. If heads, take 1 more prize card. How many people actually played this card? It seems really silly. And we have Mankey. Level 60 fighting Pokemon, or ground, or whatever you want to call it. I say fighting because that's what the energy looks like. It's a fighting energy. He has a colourless attack, which is focus energy. During your next turn, this Pokemon flop attack's base damage is 50. So it makes his fighting energy attack, instead of 10, make it 50. That's not too bad. It's weak to Psychic. That's not too bad for a base Pokemon, or a basic Pokemon that's at 60 HP to do 50. Obviously you've got like the V cards, and you have, like, as you saw in my binder, the GX cards that have HP that are stupidly high. What are you going to do? Not bad. I really like that. I like, again, artwork. It's really nice. Just climbing that building. Clink. The metal Pokemon, 50 HP. See, that's the type of artwork I'm half and half with. It's okay, but it's not great. Who am I to criticize artwork? So he has 1 attack which requires 1 metal energy, disorderly flip, which is 10 times. So you flip 4 coins, this attack does 10 damage times the number of heads. So if you get 4 heads, it does 40. If you get 2 heads, it does 20, and so on and so forth. If you get all tails, you don't do any attack. And he's weak to fire, and he has resistance to Psychic, which means any Psychic moves, he would then take less damage. So this is minus 20, so if, say, a Psychic Pokemon was going to do him 50, so he would be knocked out, he'd only take 30. So, yes. And he's got 2 retreat cost, which is quite high for a normal basic, but, you know, I suppose with the retreat cost they could do it with, like, the heaviness of the Pokemon, which should be really funny, because obviously metal's quite... yeah, I'm just rambling. Next Pokemon, Mantine, 100 HP, basic. Pretty sure Mantine has a pre-evolution called Mantike. I'm not going to go there. Water Pokemon with 2 attacks for 1 water energy, Healing Wave. Discard as many cards as you like from your hand. Heal 10 damage from this Pokemon for each card you discarded this way. Okay. Not great, but good. And his 3 energy cost, 3 water energy cost attack, Dwindling Wave, is 90 minus. So this attack does 90 damage minus 10 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Okay, so if you can stall enough, you can do the 90, but if you can't stall enough and you've got some counters on you, it's gonna do less and less. Weakness to electricity, and has resistance to fighting. The next one is Mareep. See, I like that type of artwork. It's really nice. Okay, so it's a lightning Pokemon. There's 60 HP. First attack is a colorless attack, Thunder Wave. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. That can be good, because paralyzed Pokemon, if they want to attack, they have to flip a coin. If it's heads, they can attack. If it's tails, they can't attack. And then you've got the second attack, which is Tackle, for 1 lightning and 1 colorless. Tackle, it does 20 damage. He has weakness to fighting and resistance to metal. Next card. Or next Pokemon, should I say, sorry. I'm probably going to tell myself off in the edits later on. So we have Fletchling, HP 40, colorless Pokemon. And he has 1 attack for 1 colorless energy, which is Peck, which does 20 damage. He is weak to electric and resistant to fighting. Oh, what's this shiny card? Mankey! We got the reverse hollow version of Mankey. See, I like these little energy things they do in the background. It's a nice card altogether, it's nice. So the last one, Probopass. Here's the stage 1 evolution of Nosepass, which is this little guy in the corner here. 120 HP, fighting Pokemon. First attack is a 1 fighting energy, bounce back for 40. Your opponent switches his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her bench Pokemon. That's good, because it's like a switch. It's like a switch, but for your opponent. The second attack is for 1 fighting and 2 colorless. Rock Tomb, which does 80 damage. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. He's weak to grass Pokemon and has a retreat cost of 4. Big, heavy boy. Big, heavy boy. So he's the rare of this. You'd think this would be the rare, but it's not. It's always the one on the end if you're doing the 1, 2, 3 to the front. So that's that pack. Now we're going to go on to Cosmic Eclipse. Let's see what we get. Oh, you almost saw the code card. I think someone might have taken it, but no, they wouldn't have been able to take it because it would have been mine already. Oh, I see something in there. Okay. Turn it around. So we know there's a Trapinch in there somewhere. Oh, and there's a shiny. Don't want to ruin it. So 1, 2, 3 to the front. I'm going to check. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. You do 1, 2, 3 to the front and there's usually an energy on the end. But I don't know what sets they do that with. So the fire energy on the back. Place that one on top of that one. There we go. Hello, Probopass. This is the metal version of him. 130 HP this time. And he is a metal steel Pokemon. I should have really mentioned it's steel, not metal. It was metal in the original, but then they decided to change it to steel. Or you can still say metal. I'm rambling. Stop. So he has the 3 colorless, which is hard press, which does 60 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. And his second attack is for 1 metal steel energy and 3 colorless, triple nose, 80 plus. So he does 80 no matter what. And you flip 3 coins. This attack does 40 more damage for each heads. So effectively, it could do 200 damage. And you also notice that the way the cards are a little bit different as well. So like the actual like layouts are completely different, and I like this type of layout to these. So he's weak to fire, resistant to psychic, and has 3 retreat costs instead of the 4 like the other one. Next card, Torkoal. Very underrated Pokemon. Fire Pokemon with 110 HP, basic. Another thing I should mention, you have basic, stage 1s and stage 2s. In the older lot it would have been Mega Evolutions, which would have been like the stage 1, but for EX cards. And I believe the V cards have these V Max, which is like their version of Mega Evolves or Mega Evolutions. So his first attack is for 1 fire energy, Fire Fling. Put 4 fire energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. That can be really good, especially if you're stuck for energies. And they're in that, and then if they're in the discard pile, very helpful. And you have 3 fire energies, which does Kindle for 100, base 100 attack. Discard an energy from this Pokemon if you do discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Yeah, 1 for 1. Weakness to water, no resistance, and 2 retreat cost. I'm not going to go with the whole retreat cost, you can see it now, so it's going to get boring very quickly. Next is Ambipom, HP 100, colourless. So first attack for 1 colourless is Nice Catch. Draw 2 cards. Can be a very good advantage, depending. His second attack for 2 colourless energies, Bye Throw. So 60 times. So discard up to 2 cards from your hand. This attack does 60 damage for each card you discard this way, so 120 damage. There's the Trapinch. We're back to Trapinch. So fighting Pokemon, 50 HP. First attack for colourless is Nest Building. Search your deck for a Stadium card, reveal it and put it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. And his second attack for 1 fighting energy, Sand Spray, which does 10. This back card really wants to get out. And then we have Spheal. I like this, I like that. Very cute artwork, very cute. Water Pokemon for 60 HP. So the first attack is 1 water, roll out, which does 10. Second attack, which is 1 water and 1 colourless, which is Icy Snow for 20. So that's him. It really doesn't want to get out, this card. Something good, obviously. Passimane, 110 HP, fighting Pokemon. First attack for 1 fighting energy, Spike Draw. Deals 20 damage, and you get to draw 2 cards. Good trade-off. And then for 1 fighting and 2 colourless, Seismic Toss, which does 70 damage. Rowlet, one of the 3 starters from the Sun and Moon. Grass Pokemon. First attack for 1 grass energy, Hide and Seek. Flip a coin. If heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. And then 2 colourless for Tackle, which does 30. Lillipup. Colourless Pokemon, 60 HP. First attack for 1 colourless, Baby Doll Eyes. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. And then second attack, 3 energy, 3 colourless energy, tackle, which does 40. Like, very adorable. Alright, here we go. Reverse Hollow, Heracross, 130 HP. Grass Pokemon. Well, technically it's a bug, but... So the first attack for 1 grass energy, Lunge Out, which does 20 damage. And then second attack, which is 3 colourless energy, Riled Horn, which is 50 plus. If your opponent has any tag team Pokemon in play, this attack does 70 more damage, so it does 120 if your opponent's got a tag team Pokemon. So a tag team Pokemon would be like these on the, obviously I'm going to show this on the front, where you have so many Pokemon in the same card. You never know, the next card behind this one might be a tag team. If not, I will just show one on the screen, and that's what a tag team card is. So the last card, ooh, it's a tag team. What did I say? I won't have to flash. What is it? What is it? Oh, wow. Fairy type. Togepi, Cleffa, and Igglybuff GX. Basic tag team. 240 HP. Just, artwork is lovely, stunning. So its first attack for 2 Fairy and 1 colourless is Rolling Panic, which does 120 plus. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 30 more damage for each heads. So if you were lucky enough and you got heads all the time, you could do stupid amounts of damage. Easy to knock out another Pokemon. And then you have the GX attacks, which is 2 Fairy plus, which usually means having more of that energy or different energy depending on what the effect says. And it's called Supreme Puff GX. Take another turn after this one. Skip the between turn step. If this Pokemon has at least 14 extra fairy energies attached to it, in addition to the attack's cost, so you need to have at least 16 fairy energies. That's insane. Your opponent shuffles all of their benched Pokemon and all cards attached to them into their decks. You cannot use more than 1 GX attack in a game, which can be obviously the downside, but... So you just go, oh, well, your Pokemon's, your basic, or whatever, not benched, your active Pokemon. So your active Pokemon is up, and you somehow have 16 extra fairy energies attached to this. You just go, okay, I'll take another turn, do the Rolling Panic, and hope to get over 300. Okay, yeah, that's going in the folder. It's going in. You can see I collect other card games as well, but I'll save them for another video. Okay, now I'm gonna get to Sword and Shield. I've been playing the game. My Switch is just over there, and I've been playing the new Crown Tundra DLC. That's gonna date the video. Oh well, right, let's get into it. Let's get into the pack. Alright. See, I don't know if this one's going to have the same thing, so... Oh, code card safe. So I'm going to keep that one for myself. I know I'm horrible, aren't I? So we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 to the front. Check the back. Yeah. And it's a lightning energy. See, I like these types of energies. I've seen them online. And I like the little waves and everything that come off of them. Because it looks like, especially with electric energy, you've got like a bit of a flame. You've got like the electric spikes. Or like the spikes of energy. Of electric. It's nice. Very nice. Flip them over. Okay, so we have Heatmore. 110 HP, fire Pokemon. See, I like these as well. What they've done is they've put like an outline to the energies compared to the old ones. So the first attack for 1 fire energy, Searing Flame, which does 10. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. So they take 10 to 20 damage, I think, if once they've flipped a coin. And if you get a heads, you take no damage. If you get a tails, you take 10 or 20. And the second attack, which is 4? Wow, I'm seeing double. 2 fire energies. Fire Claw, which does 50. That's some badass artwork. Next one, Metal Saucer. I wish I had this when I had my old metal deck, or steel deck. It's an item, trainer card, which should attach a metal steel energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched metal steel Pokemon. I'm just going to call them steel, okay? I'm just going to go steel. That's cool. And you may play as many number of item cards during your turn. It looks like we have another item card underneath. Quick Ball. You can play this card only if you discard another card from your hand. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and reveal it, and then put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. Again, 1 for 1. I like these types of cards, especially if you're in a pinch and you need a basic. There you go. It's got you sorted. Next card, the Galarian Ponyta. I like what they've done with Ponyta. A lot of people didn't like it at first, but I think it's nice. I think everything's nice. I don't know why. It's silly. It's a psychic Pokemon. And its first and only attack for 1 psychic energy is Psybolt, which does 10. Flip a coin if heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Oh, I see they've upped the resistance from 20 to 30 now. Oh my god, that artwork. There's Mincino, or Minchino, however you want to pronounce it. Colorless Pokemon with 1 attack for 1 colorless energy. Tail Whip, or Tail Whap, which does 30. I'm sorry. Too focused on the card art. That's nice. I need to get rid of it. Go. Sobble. Yeah, water Pokemon, 70 HP. It's very it's like it looks at you going, you know what? I don't like you. Or uh-oh, I've been discovered. So 2 attacks, 1 colorless, pound for 10 damage, and then water and colorless, water gun for 20 damage. I'm sorry, I just read the little card art, like a card description underneath. When scared, this Pokemon cries. Its tears packed. Sorry, Its tears pack the chemical punch of 100 onions. That must be very, very potent. And attackers won't be able to resist weeping. Well, that's what onions usually do. That's silly, I like that. That's funny. Silly but yet funny. Blip Bug. A grass Pokemon. For 1 grass energy, it has Gnaw, which does 20. Baltoy. Fighting Pokemon. 60 HP. 1 fighting energy. Spinning attack. For 20 damage. And then we have the reverse holo. See, I don't like this. I like the other ones. I don't like this. It just doesn't look right. So, Shelder. One of the OGs. 70 HP. And he's a water Pokemon. And for 1 water and 1 colourless, he has Water Splash for 20 plus damage. So you flip a coin if heads that this attack does 20 more damage. So it does 40 if you can get the heads. Nice artwork. Horrible back shiny. Last card. Corviknight. I think he's one of my favourite birds in the recent games. Or in Pokemon in general. Because he's a steel dark, if I'm right in saying. And the design looks amazing. It's 170 HP. For stage 2, which isn't too bad. Steel Pokemon. 2 attacks. 1 colourless, which is Peck for 50. You'd expect that from a stage 2 evolution. And then you have, for 1 steel and 2 colourless, Iron Wings, which does 130 damage. You may discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. If you do, during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 100 less damage from attacks after applying weakness and resistance. So basically, the Pokemon's next attack, unless it's that the Clefable and things that can nullify that type of taking less damage, he can survive. Yeah, it's very, I love it. I absolutely love this card. Mainly for the artwork and, one of my favourite Pokemon from this gen. Okay. Now we're on to the last pack. With the Snorlax VMAX. Or Gigantamax version of him. Let's open this one up. Ooh, this one's not playing ball. Come on. Something good in this one if it doesn't want to let me in. So, my code card. 1, 2, 3. Fighting energy. All around nice. Flip back. No, Heatmore. We've seen him before, so we'll skip straight on. Galarian Stunfisk. He's like a bear trap. I've seen him in the game. I know. I'm just amazed every time I see one. It looks like a bear trap. Very, very clever design work. 120 HP, Steel Pokemon. He has an ability which is Snap Trap. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if it is knocked out, discard an energy from that attacking Pokemon. It's not a bad ability. It's not bad. And then we have, for 1 steel and 1 colourless, Damage Rush. which is 30 plus. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 30 more damage for each heads. So it's the same as the GX, the tag team. So it keeps going until you get a tails. That can be pretty good. So next card, Hyper Potion item. Heal 120 damage from one of your Pokemon that has at least 2 energies attached to it. If you healed any damage this way, discard 2 energies from it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Pawniard. Steel. 70 HP. For 1 colourless, Cut Up, which is 10. And then for 1 steel and 1 colourless, which is Metal Claw, for 20. Scorbunny is the starter I went with on my Sword and Shield game. Fire Pokemon, 60 HP, 1 attack. For 1 fire energy, he knows Ember, which does 30 damage. Discard an energy card from this Pokemon. Always comes with a price. Next card, Nickit. I like the play on words. There's the Dark Pokemon. I think it's the first Dark we've seen, actually. 70 HP. And it has the 1 attack for 1 Dark energy. Instigate. Your opponent shuffles their hand and puts it on the bottom of their deck. If they put any cards on the bottom of their deck in this way, they draw 3 cards. That can be really horrible. If your opponent's got 6, then they have to go down to 3? Wow, okay. That can really, really break their plans. A Chinchou. Another underrated Pokemon. Electric Pokemon. I think I've been saying it wrong the whole time. It's electric. And its attack is for 2 colourless, Gentle Slap for 30 damage. See, I like that artwork as well. It's like it's stunned by its own feelers. Or lights, or whatever you want to call them. Next card. Diglett. Another OG. A fighting ground, whatever you want to call it. Pokemon for 60 HP. I need to stop saying 4. It's not. It's just 60 HP. You're not casting him or anything like that. It's not magic. And then you've got the 1 fighting energy, which is Scratch, which does 10. Again, very nice artwork. Just out in the middle of a flower field, wherever he is, just mind his own business. Next card. Oh, it's another stage 2, and it's an Orbeetle. Like a little UFO bug thing. Evolves from Dottler. It's 130 HP. It's a grass Pokemon. He has ability which is Bug's Radar. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck and put them back in any order. That can be nice, especially if you have your opponent's got some sort of plan they have coming up. You can then just disrupt it. And his attack is for 1 grass energy and 1 colourless energy, Brain Wave, which does 90 damage plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each psychic energy attached to this Pokemon. Okay, yep, that's fine. And last but not least, I think this is the best pun they've ever come up with in any of their Pokemon stuff. It's the stage 1 of evolution of Sinistea, which is just a teacup. But I'm not going to get into it. I'm surprised the stage 1 only goes up to 60 HP. It seems a bit low, especially for this type of set. But it's a sidekick. It's a Pokemon living in a teapot, or has become a possessed teapot. And first attack is just a play on everything to do with this Pokemon. Tea time for one colorless. Each player draws 2 cards, so it's helpful to everybody. That's what a card. And then its last attack is for 1 Psychic and 1 colorless Poltergeist, which is 50 times damage. Your opponent reveals their hand. This attack does 50 damage for each trainer card you find there. It's not bad. Yeah, and that was it. That's the Pokemon tin. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I'll do more. Yeah, other than that, thank you very much for joining me with this video, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.